Hello, I am Zinfogel. Today we're checking out Who is the Best Singer Event is Battle Challenge. If we take a look at the stage tooltips, we can find a warning for Grassy Terrain, and it's also recommending we use status conditions as well as special moves. This is a summary for the stage is passives. Oleana summons Extended Grassy Terrain upon entry, which powers up grass-type attacks, including your own by the way, and it restores some health when a Pokémon uses a grass-type move. I don't think Grassy Terrain is an extraordinary concern, because it happens early in the fight, and if you queue enough actions, it will wear off before Oleana reaches her sing move, so you can ignore it. But the Healthy Advantage is more likely to stonewall you. Healthy Advantage 8 is a defensive passive that filters the power of all sources of damage by 80% unless the target is afflicted by a status condition. As far as I can tell, you can use any status you want against Oleana's team, but Poison is particularly effective because Oleana has a lower poison resistance, so Poison's recoil damage will add up over time. Sync pairs with Piercing Blows can also ignore Healthy Advantage. However, another tricky passive you have to take into account is Sentry Entry x2. Oleana's team filters the power of physical damage by 50%, and Piercing Blows cannot bypass it. This doesn't mean you cannot use physical strikers, but special strikers have a much easier time against Oleana. As far as the missions are concerned, the first one has a Unova plus Galar requirement, while the second has Poison plus Electric, all by ×1, and only one sync pair can faint during the battle for both missions to count. You can do the missions separately, but if we filter sync pairs by this criteria, we can find many viable anchors, a lot of which are capable of inflicting poison or paralysis to counter Healthy Advantage. Most notably, we have a free-to-play anchor in OG Roxy. She covers Unova plus Poison, so you can carry her with any electric or Galarian pair you would like. You could also bring something like Roxy plus Sonia. Together they fulfill all missions, so you could feed any overpowered Master Fairy in there. Champion Red has a really good matchup into this stage, for example. Outside of Sinnoh Roxy and Sinnoh Pierce, I think the strongest counters you could bring are Fall Iris, Lush Marnie, Classic Elisa, Oleana, and Sonia. Alright, for this example I am going with my alt. This account is meant to emulate the situation of a new player, so all my sync pairs are underleveled, I have no lock skills, no gears, no event boosts. This is as dry as it gets. Roxy allows us to complete both missions in one go. She fulfills the Unova plus Poison requirement, so Hop fulfills Galar, and Pikachu fulfills Electric. Roxy is a physical striker, so she has to muscle through Sentry Entry ×2, but the upside is that she has Poison Jab for a 30% poison rate. You don't have to read Roxy, but Toxic Chance 2 greatly improves your chances of success. This adds an additional 30% roll for poisoning, and you can capitalize from the status with Toxic Power 5 for a damage boost. If you can afford a full grid for Roxy, I would suggest Ramming Speed for straight DPS, as well as Fast Track 9 and Poison Jab Muy Gauge Refresh 2 to improve your rotations. We're going with Hop because he's the only accessible Galarian unit, but he's an excellent tank and his terrain move kickstarts Roxy's offense. At this level of investment, Hop kinda wants the full grid just to handle the fight. We're going with a standard Y Sentry grid because Oleana likes using Giga Drain, so that one special defense buff acts as a cushion. It really helps. Lastly, we have Pikachu. This guy is very accessible because you are given enough Sync Orbs to fully grid it, but Pikachu is surprisingly helpful. By gridding all these Thundershock Hostile Environment 1 tiles, we give Thundershock a 40% chance of landing Paralysis. We can then take advantage of that with Paralysis Synergy 5, and Pikachu also has a Potion, which helps Hop with his damage intake. Note that depending on Pikachu's level of investment, Oleana's Sync move could potentially push it into Power Surge range, and it's a real meaty multiplier. We're talking 140% worth of power. but it's somewhat inconsistent, so I went for amenities, like Potion MPR3 and Thunderbolt MGR3. Note a 3-star Pikachu has Poultry Defense, so this Defense plus 10 tile is going to help it tank Oleana's Sync move. So while this strat is accessible, it hinges on some level of RNG. Hop wants to proc Trainer Move Point Refresh 3, Pikachu has to proc Paralysis in a timely manner, and you may also want some extra potions depending on how well Hop tanks Oleana. You want Roxy to spam Poison Jab to shoot down Healthy Advantage right away. The earlier we kick in some Fast Track 2 procs and Poison Ticks, the better. Meanwhile, you want Pikachu to buff up and then proc Paralysis onto the Sidemons with Thunder Shock. If Pikachu nails early Paralysis onto the Sidemons, you want to sync with it instead. The reason is that Pikachu ignores Sentry Entry ×2, so you get better value for your damage. Note the Flinty's Drifblim can use Swift, and that's problematic for Pikachu. If you are using this exact party at similar levels, you want to top off Pikachu's health before Oleana's Sync move, because she has a good chance of sniping Pikachu. By the way, something I neglected to mention is that Oleana has multipliers derived from special defense buffs. It's not a catastrophic issue, Oleana is still manageable, but special defense debuffers could be nice. Sync pairs like Trify Koga or Anniversary End. After Oleana's Sync move, her AI script changes and she starts smacking you around with 3-bar moves. But this is actually a good thing. Oleana attacks more often, so Poison starts racking up some serious recoil. Here I attempted to respond to all of Oleana's attacks with a potion, because I want to take advantage of Hop's Healthy Benefits 5 passive. Healthy Benefits 5 cuts down damage if Hop is at full health. Think of it as a multi-scale of sorts. By this point, Pikachu should also whittle down the Sidemons, so they are ready to be knocked out before Oleana goes down. Specifically, you want to take down Octillery because it starts using Surf, and that is devastating for the party. Ideally, we face a Drifblim endgame, because Healthy Benefits 5 allows Hop to resist Giga Impact. Unfortunately, a critical hit broke through Healthy Benefits 5, but that's okay. We still have a couple Sync pairs standing, so the missions still count. And remember that Pikachu has innate endurance, so it can tank a 1 Giga Impact if you need to. But well, that's it for the encounter. Let me know if you have any questions, but that's it for me today. Thank you for watching, take care, and I hope to see you another time.